Today, we're digging into a powerful idea called the Wealth Trinity. And really, it's a framework that might just challenge everything you've been taught about what it means to be successful. It asks a pretty tough question. Are you financially successful, but in every other way, running on empty? So, let's just start right there with a question that, might hit a little too close to home. You've climbed the corporate ladder. You've hit the income goals. You've got all the things that are supposed to scream success. But are you truly wealthy? Does it actually feel like wealth, or does it just feel like you're missing something important?
And this gets us to what you could call the success paradox. It's this weird, ironic trap where the very thing we chase, a high income, ends up costing us the very things that make life actually worth living. I mean, just look at this. This slide lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the promise, right? The thing that keeps us grinding, status, security, a little luxury. But then you look at the right side, and that's the real price tag. We're talking 12-hour days, missed family dinners, seeing your kids' first steps on a video call, and this constant humming background noise of chronic stress. That's the trade-off. And most of us, we never actually stop to do the math.
So this forces us to stop and completely redefine what an asset really is. We're all taught to collect financial assets, right? Stocks, real estate, whatever. But what if our most valuable asset, the only one that's totally non-renewable, is our time? And wow, this chart just says it all, doesn't it? Look at this. For a typical high earner, half the day, 12 hours, is just gone, swallowed up by work and the commute. And what do you get in return for that? Maybe 2 hours for your family? And if you're lucky, 1 hour for your own health. The numbers on the paycheck look great, but the numbers for your actual life? They're pretty grim.
This quote just nails it. You can absolutely buy status. The bigger house, the fancier car, that's just a transaction. But you can't buy a real connection with your partner. You can't buy inside jokes with your kids. You can't swipe a credit card for good health. That stuff, you have to build it, brick by brick, day by day.
So how do you break out of this paradox? Well, it starts with a completely new framework, a new way of looking at things. And that's where the Wealth Trinity comes in. It's a much more balanced, much more sustainable way to define a truly rich life.
Here's the core idea. The Wealth Trinity says true wealth isn't some number in your bank account. It's more like a strong, stable structure. Think of a three-legged stool, built on three pillars that are equally important: family, fitness, and freedom. If any one of those legs gets wobbly, the whole thing comes crashing down. So the first pillar, the foundation, is family and connection. These are the deep, real relationships that give your life meaning and purpose. Honestly, without this, all the financial success in the world can feel incredibly empty. This is your why.
Then you've got the second pillar, fitness and health. This one is completely non-negotiable. It's the engine. It's the energy source that lets you enjoy everything else. I mean, what's the point of having all the money and freedom in the world if you don't have the health and vitality to actually use it? Trading your health for your career is, without a doubt, the worst deal you can ever make.
And that brings us to the third pillar, freedom and choice. Now, this isn't about sitting on a beach and never working again. It's about autonomy. It's about having control over your time. It's the power to decide what you do, when you do it, and maybe most importantly, when you stop doing it, so you have the time to invest in those other two pillars. Now, making this happen takes a huge internal shift. It means you have to consciously step away from that hustle and grind culture, even when all your peers are still caught up in it, celebrating how busy they are. It's like changing your entire mental operating system.
This table really lays out the two different mindsets. On one hand, you have the consumption mindset. Your main goal is to work to buy more stuff. You see time as a resource you just sell off to the highest bidder, and you measure success by your net worth and status symbols. But the freedom mindset, it's the complete opposite. You work to buy back your time. You see time as your most precious asset, something to be guarded fiercely. And success, it's measured in autonomy, choice, and meaningful experiences.
Okay, so the theory is great, but how do you actually start doing this? How do you begin to reclaim your life, especially when you're already caught in that cycle? Well, the key is to start small. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow. You just have to start taking small, deliberate actions to protect your most valuable asset. So here are 3 things you can do, like right now, this week. First, go into your work calendar and block out time for family dinner or a workout. And you treat that block like it's a meeting with your most important client, because it is. Second, define a hard stop time for your day, say 6 p.m., and then tell people about it. You have to create and enforce that boundary.
And third, plan one single activity with your family this week where all the phones are off, no screens, just be there. These little moves are how you start buying your life back.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Fast forward 20 years, you're looking back on your life. What do you think you'll regret more? That your bank account was a little smaller than it could have been? Or will you regret a lifetime of missed moments, missed dinners, missed birthdays, missed connections with the people who matter most? The choice is yours, and you can start making it today.